Honorable viewers, I welcome all of you to my YouTube channel ZRBD24. Today's topic is Songs of Innocence 1789 written by William Blake. So let's start. At first, I am going to discuss introduction. Introduction is an important poem. The setting of the poem is pastoral. The poem introduces us to traditional figures of innocence. A shepherd with his pipe and a child in a pastoral setting. The piper sees the child on the cloud. He enjoys the presence of the child while he is with him. The child in the cloud says the piper to play his pipe. The piper plays his pipe according to the desire of a child. The piper stops playing his pipe when the child says him to stop it. Quote, drop the pipe, the happy pipe, sing the songs of happy cheer. So I sang the same gain, while he wept with joy to hear. When the child requests him to write a song, he did it instantly. Actually, this child is not ordinary child. This child symbolizes the Christ or Christ. Black symbolism has been focused through this poem. The setting of the poem is pastoral. The shepherd's song is very innocent. The poem is highly symbolic. Christian symbolism is obvious in this poem. In this poem, the child is symbolically spiritual. This child symbolizes the Christ. The poet sings to the spiritual presence of the divine. The poem represents an angelic innocence. The poet is inspired by the innocence of children to write this poem. Lamb has been symbolized in this poem as innocence and Christ. Now I am going to discuss short summary of the infant joy. The infant joy, including songs of innocence, has been written by William Blake. In this poem, the speaker mother is thinking about her 2 days old child's name. She wants to give her children a sweet name. This name may be Joy. The world is full of joy. Joy is my name, sweet joy befall thee. Such a name for a child is therefore appropriate. The speaker in infant joy is a mother who makes an imaginary conversation with her child. She interrupts the behavior of baby herself and causes it known to name itself joy. She is sure of the joyous nature of the child. Quote, sweet joy befall thee is the refrain of the song. Moreover, the mother's joy is a confirmation that her call for joy to befall her child. The world is a place where human beings are born into joy. We are to imagine that the child is as yet unborn and thus has no name. The child has been conceived 2 days within the mother's womb. The meaning then would be that the life of children is joyful and brings joy to the mother. The mother approves of the name joy or sweet joy for the baby. The baby is no doubt a girl, hence the name joy. The baby smiles and its mother sings sweet joy befall thee. It is the mother's blessing for the baby. Now I am gonna to tell you the divine short summary, the divine image. The divine image, including songs of innocence, has been written by William Blake. Essential qualities of God are mercy, pity, peace, and love, and everybody in difficulty prays to God represented by these qualities. These virtues are a source of delight. God is the essential of all virtues. A man who possesses the divine virtues is no less than God. Blake says that if a man shows the qualities of mercy, pity, peace, and love, he raises to the level of God and becomes divine. God dwells wherever these qualities dwell. It is not my speech. It says William Blake. Mercy comes from human heart, pity a human face, love is the divine essence, and peace is the human race. Therefore, these qualities should be thanked. When all men of all countries who pray to God in distress, in fact, pray to the godly elements in man, and this divine virtue or mercy, pity, peace, and love. People coming from any religion must love human being which is divine. Where mercy, pity, peace, and love live, God too lives there. Quote, while mercy, love, and pity dwell, there God is dwelling too. That's all about a divine image. Now I am going to discuss short summary of the lamb. Let us start. The Lamb is one of the simplest poems of Blake. It is a pastoral poem. Symbolism is seen in this poem. We see a comparison between child and a lamb in this poem. A lamb has been compared to the child in this poem. This child is not an ordinary child. This child is Christ. The child too is innocent like the lamb. The child who is supposed to be speaking to the lamb gives a brief depiction of the little animal as he sees it. In the lamb, the child is asking who is a creator of this little lamb. Christ is the lamb or God. A child too is often called a little lamb, a term of affection who precedes the peace, love, and humanity. Christ has another name that is lamb because Christ is humble and weak like a lamb. Christ was also a child when he first appeared on this earth as the Son of God. Quote, little lamb who made thee, thus thou know who made thee. That's all about the lamb. Now I am going to discuss short summary of The Little Black Boy. The Little Black Boy is one of the finest poems of Blake. Through this poem, the poet has shown the society's weakness towards children. The poet hates this tendency. Through this poem, the poet has hated slavery. He has denied the so-called color discrimination practiced by the Englishmen. The spokesman of this poem is a Negro boy. In this poem, we see a little black boy says his mother that she gave him birth in South Africa. So he is black, but his soul is white or innocent. Quote, my mother bore me in the southern world, and I am black, but oh, my soul is white. White as an angel is the English child, but I am black as if bereft of light. The mother of the little boy taught him under a tree. The little black boy accepts his life as a gift from God. He is thankful to God for his life, but he knows his hard life, self-life. He accepts the lessons taught by his mother. She tells him of the death of the body and a new life in heaven. An English boy does not hear the burden of life like a black boy. But they are both the gift of God. A black boy has faced torture and exploitation from his boyhood, becomes the victim of discrimination. He cannot play any role in the society. His life is empty like a doll. His life is full of misery. The contrast between the black Negro boy and the white English boy is here pointed out. The little Negro boy laments the dark color of his skin. He is conscious of his inferiority as regards the color of his skin. He feels that he is without the light of God. His mother gives him lessons of sacrifice, renunciation, and kindness. That's all about the little black boy. Now I'm going to discuss Nurse's song. Short summary of the Nurse's song. Nurse's song is one of the greatest poems of Blake. Through this poem, Blake has shown the kindness, love, sympathy, and responsibility towards the children. The nurse is very pleased with the children. The children are playing in the village field, and the nurse, full of happiness, is looking after them. She calls out the children to come home now, but when they say just a little longer, nurse, she does not refuse them. Quote, well, go and play till the light fades away, and then go home to bed. The nurse here is kind-hearted and liberal. She allows the children's request to play in the village playground for some more time. She feels no worry about them. She is not strict, authoritarian. She wants to win the love and confidence of the children. She would like to allow the freedom of the children. Actually, the nurse tries to realize the psychology of the children. The nurse has an innocent mind like the children. That's all about Nurse's song. Now I am going to discuss The Little Boy Lost. The Little Boy Lost is a famous poem of Blake. Actually, this poem is pregnant with meaning. Symbolism has taken place in this poem. The use of allegory is remarkable in this poem. This poem is a serious criticism of the cruelty of religion. The poem is a sad remark on the condition of children, especially the orphans. The little boy is not capable to see his father, who is aloof from him, or boy is aloof from God. The little boy is totally helpless in this condition. He is looking for his father because he is weak, tired, and helpless. He is unable to walk very fast. He is afraid of his existence. He is also afraid of disgusting weather. It was a gusty wind. There was no father around. Everything seems to him dark. Raw weather, dew, mud, cold is the main concern of the boy. The poem has been furnished with an allegorical meaning. Father symbolizes the god. Dew symbolizes earthly pleasure. Barefoot stands for man's power. Quote, the night was dark, no father was there. The child was wet with dew. That's all about Songs of Innocence. For the time being, thanks your patient hearing.